Hey, you think the 10 most wanted list on the Devil's Own Book, do you think that kind of works like Facebook friend suggestions? It's like 10 most wanted, you're at the top, but then like all your friends are right there too. So it's like, oh shit, I better friend request them, tell them about Jesus.
Oh, I've got one better for you. It's like the MySpace top 8. Basically, you are in Satan's top 8, and you're going to argue with his girlfriend to see who gets the top spot. Thank you for coming by Hymnalysis, your Christian music evisceration station. Today we're going to take a look at apologetics once again, and what that is a band that models itself after Weird Al, except that they Christianify some of your favorite songs.
Hey, I'm Godless Engineer, coming in a little bit late, but how are you heathens doing today? I think this is partially gonna, or fully, whatever, is gonna be on my channel too. So definitely go check out Hymnalysis up there on his channel. He does this kind of shit all the fucking time, and it's just fucking awesome in general. So go check him out, and let's. I guess we're gonna be listening to a really shitty pop song from way back in the day. And
do y'all remember some? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Edit that out.
No, I was just gonna say it's very shittily done.
Oh yeah, this is a remake of, or a parody of Fat Lip by Sum 41, and it's bad enough listening to, a cringy punk song and going, man, I used to kind of be like that. It's kind of, and then going back and realizing that you're going to want to defend this song because they fucked it up pretty good with some Bible shit. Go and hit play. Let's see what happens. Rocking out for Jesus, man. Okay. Why would anybody who sings this song's part be played by Al Pacino? What movie's being made about this fagwad? And does he look like Mr. Clean? Like, none of this makes sense. What's the context here? Do you have a take on this?
I have no idea what the context is, but I can guarantee you Al Pacino would play any part if it was interesting. Like if you had a psycho Christian band person that, I don't know, went on a killing spree or something, I'm fairly certain Al Pacino could go in there and do the part, maybe, if it was like an old rocker or something, because Al Pacino's pretty old by now, but, not exactly Mr. Clean. I guess he's trying to insinuate that he's not the cleanest individual as far as his sins go. That's the only thing
definitely a thing.
Although I will say fuck bald people. Not black bald people, just bald people in general.
Well, imagine Al Pacino, but like in character as Mr. Clean. I think that's what we're going for here. Let's be super literal about it.
A bald Al Pacino.
With a shined head. Mirror shine.
Dark matter 2525 in like 50 years.
Next slide.
Wait,
was in sin as a kid, but not currently, not anymore. Absolutely, because you grow out of that, put aside childish things, and apparently this guy remembers the school portrait company that came to him, because that's an important detail and a good lyrics filler.
I can guarantee you his parents knew he masturbated in bed, though. Just saying. Like,
if
you're a parent and you think your kid doesn't masturbate, like when he's figuring out how to masturbate, you're a bit naive, I would say.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. It happens. It's there. And Dorian Gray is a really interesting story. I just read about it today. It's an Oscar Wilde thing where this guy painted a picture and he realized that he wanted to live a hedonist lifestyle, so he sold his soul for the ability to continue on and live hedonistically without aging, but instead the aging effects were applied to the painting, and it was censored in England or whatever. So it's pretty cool. You should go read the wiki article about it.
Okay. I don't know what Olin Mills, because Olin Mills is like the high school or middle school portrait people, right?
Yeah, like Life Touch.
Right. Olin Mills' portrait was Dorian Gray. Does that just mean that he was young looking?
No, I guess he's saying that his high school portrait was akin to Dorian Gray, like marred by sin, I guess would be the analogy they're trying to do.
How can you look marred by sin? Like, I get looking like somebody looks at somebody's like, yeah, he's done meth. But like, oh, he's got sin. I can tell it. Like, I don't know what you look like in order to look like you got sin.
Tattoos and piercings, according to Christians.
Oh, okay, so he's all tattooed up. But yeah, but when you get your sin erased by Jesus, does that shit just kind of like dissolve off your skin? Is that what he's saying here?
That, and with the help of lasers provided by Jesus and
No, fuck
surgeons.
lasers, dude. That's science and shit. Fuck that. Scientism is bad. I have a PhD in scientism, by the way. That's what I'm pointing at.
Scientism, you can't spell scientism without most of autism. Coincidence? I think not.
Good.
I'm just saying.
Good eye. Good eye. Here, right on the nose there. All right, here we go. Next verse.
Well, I know I'm not the one you thought you knew back in high school. You never know, I'd never show, I just was a shy dude.
He's just a shy dude, man.
He's just that background guy. But he's not like that anymore, because he's not that shy guy. You get it, guys? He's not shy.
I'm not the one you knew, thought you knew back in high school. Like that. That's almost verbatim to what the original song was.
Yeah, that's the exact lyrics. I would bet on it.
I mean, I think that like with a parody, don't you need to like not have the original lyrics in it?
Yeah, like whenever you paraphrase an essay for college or paraphrase a citation for an essay, you have to at least put in some effort and then like still quote it and be like, you know, whatever citation protocol there is for paraphrasing. You have to change every few words. You can't just like, oh, here's 2 whole sentences. Plop. Can't do that. Not cool.
All right, let's see.
But let me say it straight, cause all of us be saved. My sin was always here, but that's your rate.
Wow. So Jesus gave me a coupon to redeem in heaven. You know, 1 free, not hell, redeemable or payable on death. Oh, by the way, there's a band named Payable on Death. You might know Youth of the Nation by that band. And anyways, yeah, they're totally fucking Christian. And yeah, I guess, you know, you just turn in that coupon and you don't go to hell. But everybody needs that coupon or they go. And I mean, all of us are broken individuals. So it all makes sense.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I have a problem with is because all of us need to be saved. I mean, I don't know about you there, but I'm not drowning in my sin. Like when I think drowning in sin, I just think of a guy drowning in a sea of semen or something like that. It's just like, I need to be saved. And he's just like gargling the.
That reminds me of an old Ray Stevens song where a guy drowned in beer and like he didn't fight it at all. He's just like, fuck it, I'm dying.
Here I go.
That's the gayest way to die.
That works for the semen sea as well. Semen sea.
And you sail on it with your fellow seamen, of course. Hey, you can't spell semen without sin.
Yeah, I know. My sin was always here, but that's erased. Like, I love how one thing that I love about Christianity is how they create a problem and then they erase it in the same breath. It's like, oh, you have sin, but here I've got the cure. And it's like, oh shit, I didn't even know I was plagued. I was just living out my life completely fine, but now I need your magical snake oil cure, which is just getting down and sucking dick for Christ.
Basically, and performing musical fellatio with this motherfucker every Sunday, and this is a hymnal, by the way. Things like, you know, washing me white as snow. I've got a mountain just over the hilltop where the streets are pure as gold and whiteness go together. Is that a coincidence? Whiteness, white people, Christianity, oppressors. I'm just saying. But yeah, they create the problem. They cut you to sell you a fucking Band-Aid, essentially. That's all the religion is.
Well, I mean, you got to admit they're successful.
Oh yeah. And they lorded it over huge populations of Africans that they brought over here and made them thankful to the God that, you know, justified their oppression. But, you know, I'm just saying. You want to get into the next verse?
Yes.
I don't want to praise my crimes because I knew that would be impropriety.
Yeah, don't go back and, like, make note of the things you did. Oh, I was a sinner, but it's not worth noting. And I certainly don't want to be like, yeah, man, I was getting bitches, dude. Because those are crimes, you know. But don't make note of it, because that would be improper as fuck in the eyes of the Lord. What you want to do is repent and be like, I'm sorry, Jesus. I done fucked up, man. I come to you, Lord, and you know, I just want you to wipe my sins away. Get up from bended knee. Rinse and repeat every Sunday, because people continue to behave the way people do, and that's the religion in a nutshell.
Well, yeah. Let's say I don't want to praise my crimes. Like Well, I can see that. Like, you're a gangster out there, and you're like, yo, man, I just knocked over this joint. I mean, I feel like they're just saying that, hey, don't talk about your crimes because you're going to get caught by the police. I know that's not what he's talking about. Like, to them, crime is like, I don't know, saying the word fuck. Like, that's a crime to them. And apparently, what's impropriety? Like, I don't know. I've never had to use that word before.
I'm going to say that it has something to do with the word improper, and impropriety is the act of being improper. It makes sense to me. I could be wrong, and, I would bet money that when I go look it up later, I'm going to feel real stupid. But, I mean, within the context, it makes sense. And yeah, let's go defend our crimes and then pray to Jesus, and they'll be all better, you guys. Gotta just wipe that shit away.
Like, can we just rub some Windex on this shit?
Dude, it's like Winn-Dixie, but like penises. I'm so mature, y'all.
Oh man! All right.
I'm just a ball of slime. So come and get forgiven just like you forgave me. Act now!
Act now and pay only 2 payments of $19.95 plus your entire lifestyle and everything you hold dear. And by that, I mean all the sins you're committing. Yeah, just pay that and shipping and handling, and we'll get you one salvation and remove that slime that slime that you consist of. Or, sorry, cut that. I don't know where to cut that, but, fuck. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just a ball of slime. Like, that really does kind of indicate to me exactly how shitty, Christians think of themselves. Like, oh, I'm just a ball of slime. Like, not even like they like to strawman us with the idea that we think we just came from a ball of slime, the whole molecules to man thing. That's not even what evolution is. But also, that's not what atheism is. Like, that's the one thing that really gets me about these Christian fucks all the goddamn time, is they like to pile on ideas or whatnot that they think atheists do, but that's just not what atheism is at all.
It's not a religion that worships evolution. It just so happens that evolution is the most verifiable way of explaining how we went from, beginner level life to like top tier where we are now and could continue. But modern things might modify our evolution, like not actually selecting out bad traits because we let just anybody breed. But let's not have a eugenics argument. By the way, I'm just a ball of slime. Ties into this. I just happen to have my hymnal open to this one called Come Just As You Are, Hear the Spirit Call. And this is a common theme throughout Christianity. Basically, you are a broken piece of shit. Nothing you can do is good enough until you just accept the fact that you can't do anything and surrender yourself to the will of God. So basically, a ball of slime is better than you are in the eyes of God until you accept Him.
Well, of course. I mean, what's this religion without making you feel like shit?
The cornerstone of Catholicism, of course. But
and I love how the whole evangelical nature of it is so blatantly woven into the lyrics. So come and get forgiven, just like He forgave me. Act now. I mean, it's like, oh, you got to do it right now. Don't fuck doing other shit. Just go ahead, get on your knees, and suck Jesus' dick right now. He's got to have it right now.
It's like I don't know if you've ever been to church, at length, but do you remember the invitational part of church where they sing the real soft thing at the end, and the pastor stands up, and every so often he'll interrupt the song and be like, come on down today and receive Jesus if you haven't already, and if you don't have a church home, we'll take you here at First Baptist.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Basically, it's a play on emotion, and the one that comes to mind to me is "Just as I am," and it goes "Just as I am" without one plea, but that thy love would something. I forgot the rest, but basically, it's saying, "Here I am, a fucked up person. Take me now, Lord, and mold me and make me into somebody worthy." But of course, you'll never be fucking worthy. But yeah, it's like you. I was going to say, the main thing that they stress during these invitations is like, we're not... Oh.
Sorry, I'm allergic to sin.
Oh, man. They say during the invitation, they'll be singing this soft, beautiful song, and they'll be like, we're not promised tomorrow, folks. This life is just a vapor. You could be dead the next day. And they'll never say death or dead, actually. They'll just be like, we don't know when we're going to be called home to heaven or whatever. They'll be real beat around the bush-esque about it, and basically saying... Well, you could just get fucking hit by a car when you leave the church today, and you would have done fucked up, missed out on heaven. So don't turn away now, you dumb son bitch. That's
All right,
the whole
ready?
act now bit. Break it down.
Read God's truth in Romans and Psalms. We learn that all people fall. But what would
Okay, sorry, I got really into it. I mean, it's just one of those parts where you're just like, read God's truth in Romans, and oh fuck, what's this shit?
What the fuck would I be reading that's God's truth according to God's truth? You know, circular logic justifies the Bible. Hey, the Bible's true because the Bible says it's true. So it's totally proven.
Oh, exactly. Let's see. Read God's truth in Romans and Psalms. We learn that all people fall. I don't know exactly which verses they're talking about in this that all people fall, but I mean, it does tell you that all people are sinful. I mean, all throughout both of those motherfuckers right there. I mean, it's just littered with, hey, you fall from God's grace. You need to suck Jesus's dick in order to get. You got to do that little bit of a favor in order to get back in good with God.
This is one of those. They always give a litany of these particular verses. There's one in Romans, I can't remember the number, but one they use alongside John 3:16 is Psalm 14:3. They are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Read a Chick Tract. Guaranteed that verse is in there at least once. Every single fucking time they print one. And no, there's no good humans, so turn to Jesus. Fuck you, buddy.
Do you think like when you get up there and you get judged by God, like Jesus is just standing there like, oh yeah, he sucked my dick, God, let him on through. Fuck this motherfucker. He gave the worst head, God. I didn't even think he was into it. Like
it was like he was being paid or something. He's he's had to be there. So I will not recommend him to the spirit in the sky, so to speak.
All right, let's see.
people fall? But what would you expect? No one's David and Paul. Have you met them fella knew how we need grace?
Yeah, David definitely needed grace because he fucked around and disobeyed God on a little tiny thing and had to lose his whole kingdom for it. And then Paul, who was originally Saul, was like, I'm going to persecute the fuck out of some Christians. Let me head over to Damascus real quick. Oh shit, it's God. Okay, he's here. I'm blind for a bit. I'm suddenly Paul. Now I'm ministering. Now I'm writing books in the Bible. I got grace, bitch. How about you?
Oh, like, have you met them? Motherfucker, they no, we haven't fucking met them. they're
Neither has the
mythical in a book.
lyricist here. I said neither has the lyricist here, but if you've met God by praying to him and speaking to him, then you've met Paul and what's his face, David in the spirit, I reckon.
Yeah. I never felt that like in church. Like, I don't know about anybody watching this, but I mean, I've never felt that in church. Like, I never felt like I met God. Like I think about the closest that I felt was like when people were being nice to me, because I came from kind of a shitty childhood. I know but about having a shitty childhood, that is. But I mean, I kind of came from a shitty childhood, and so like having someone accept me what was kind of nice feeling. But I mean, like, I never felt like, oh, I feel God working inside me, which sounds really pornographic, I know, but
he's working
I just never felt
inside of you. It's worth it. Let him work it.
Yep.
He will put your thing down, flip it, and also reverse it. But
is that really the parody lyrics of that song?
No. That's just Missy Elliott. I was just being literal.
Oh, okay.
But what I was going to say is I never felt God work in my life. I remember, I don't know if you ever went to one of these non-denominational or slightly charismatic churches, but in the conservative churches where books like this are used and they don't have overhead projectors and it's real old-fashioned, nobody expresses themselves beyond song. They just kind of silently listen. But then there's some churches where people during the sermon will be like, amen, and that's pretty mild. And then you've got the modern ones where the projectors and the huge stages and the sound equipment and like 14,000 people in the chorus facing the congregation. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Lakewood Church comes to mind. But anyways, these same people who will be like this during the service and like close their eyes and look upwards and like praise or whatever. I never felt moved to do that. And I don't understand how people felt that. And I feel like it was them goading themselves into such a mental state. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
No. I think that more people are susceptible to the group persuasion that pastors often offer. And so, like, when they say, put your hands up, jingle God's balls, jingle God's balls.
Jingle balls, dude.
All right, let's see what else they got to say.
Bad deeds on the Cause David had the fear and so repentant.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the affair thing.
This fucking escalated quick. It's like they did bad deeds and only God could erase because David had an affair and murdered. Holy fuck.
It's like, okay, where's the story? I want to see this telenovela. Like, oh, gossip. Holy shit, the Bible actually might be worth a read. But,
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, like-
he was like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, he repented, though, so it's all cool. It doesn't matter. God's like, oh, you regret your sin and don't wish to do it again? Pfft, water under the bridge, dude. Fuck it. But, you know, that doesn't matter because David was Jewish and not Christian, so hell was not a concept in his time. It doesn't matter, but I mean, I guess it matters to God that they were contrite before him, but they weren't threatened with hell like Christians are. I guess they were just threatened with separation from God, and losing his entire fucking kingdom. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, just like this is really indicative of the whole Christian idea that like all sins are equal. I feel like it kind of goes into that a little bit because, you know, in Christianity, there's only one sin that is above all others. All others are like considered equal in the eyes of God. They're all just sin. So like if you, like David here, had an affair and then murdered the fuck out of the husband of the person that you were having the affair with, that's the exact same thing as jerking off in your bed to them. And like that's how fucked up it is.
And so he basically went, and after he did this murder, he went home and jerked off to the fact that he murdered this person. So in the eyes of God, I'm just kind of playing off of that, but in God's eyes, those are the same level of severity. Like if he kicked something that was like, oh fuck, yeah, that's just as bad, dude. Come on. That fucked with me when I was a kid, dude. I was like, I would lie about little things like, no, I didn't take cookies. What the fuck are you talking about? What? And then like go in my room and feel guilty as shit. Like I might as well have killed somebody. I'ma die. Pretty much. So don't fucking raise your kids as Christians, you stupid fucks.
All right, let's see.
Turning Paul around and took divine intervention. Snyder will confirm he must have been through church.
Whoa,
Basically
whoa,
what
whoa.
I said earlier. Go ahead.
Turning Paul around, it took divine intervention. Okay, so that's when. See, this is what I don't get. Like with the whole Jesus like existed on Earth thing, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm a mythicist. I don't think Paul. I don't think Jesus actually existed like as a person on Earth. I think he's completely made up. And like one of the things that Christians point to most often is that like, oh, Paul, he was turned into a Christian, even though before he was killing Christians. And it's like, no, Paul had a psychotic break and he envisioned Jesus, and Jesus came down and like talked to him. Like that's what happened. Like that's literally what happens in the Bible is he has a vision of Jesus and like Jesus convinces him somehow. I don't know if maybe Jesus's dick was just that big, and Paul was like, "I got to get on that." Slobber
he
the
just
shit
got
out of
slurping,
it.
dude. Like I imagine that he was like in reality, if this guy was real, he was racked with guilt, and he just started feeling real bad. He's like, "What can I do to atone for it? At least, okay, fuck it. I'll spread their message. Maybe we'll be cool. Fuck it. Okay. But yeah, that's definitely what happened. A psychotic break. And no, I'm not a mythicist. I think Jesus was a real person, but they may have exaggerated his claims just a wee bit. I don't know how to justify that, but I just get the feeling that somebody had to exist that at least claimed these things about himself in order for these stories to originate. Because you got a lot of people saying, oh, well, he's, of the Nathan lineage, even though he doesn't need to be, or he needs to be of the Davidic line in order to actually be the Messiah. But, fuck the old rules. We're the correct sect of Judaism, so we're just going to skirt that and it'll be fine. Yeah, he's the Messiah. It's cool. Oh, wait, he's not an earthly king? Fuck it. We want a Messiah now. I guess that's why the Jews were so mad at him, because he didn't follow, or he did not live up to anything that they expected.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave my whole Jesus mythicism thing to the card that might be up here or down in the description, because I have a whole series of videos where I explain why I think Jesus was mythical, and it's actually a really complicated subject, so I'm not even going to get into it right now. But I don't harbor any ill will against people that say he actually did exist. It's usually people that are like, no, motherfucker, he did exist. How can you deny that, you son bitch? Kind of thing that I get from people.
And I'll definitely be open to, I'll watch it. I'm open to learning new things because it would just be another tool in my arsenal, I guess.
Anyways, let's go to the next verse. Let's see what else he's fucking got.
Church, he said till Jesus told him, hey, that hurts.
He sinned. So, okay, he was sucking his dick, and he nutted, and he kept on sucking. And Jesus at some point was like, dude, fucking stop. And I guess that turns into, hey, that hurts.
Dude, man, I just said no teeth. God damn. He sinned till Jesus told him, hey, that hurts? Like, do you think Jesus like appeared to him and was like, hey, stop it. That hurts.
And in this instance, Jesus is flamboyant as shit. He's like, hey, real quick, sweetie, could you stop sinning? Kind of hurts a little bit, okay? And then he disappears.
I don't want to list my crimes. Something of the fragility of my piety.
I want to add something. I like the word fragility. I didn't expect this vocabulary level out of Christians, but like, I kind of like the theme here too. If you look at it in context, the parody's well written. If you don't actually criticize it at all, I guess I just like the way it's constructed, because he knows that his devotion to Jesus is very fragile, and if he was to glorify his crimes, he would no longer be loyal to Jesus, and he'd fall back into his old sin. So basically, he's saying that I want to remain repentant and glorify Jesus continuously.
I just think he's lazy, and he just doesn't want to admit everything that he's done. Like, yep, I masturbated last week, and then 2 hours after that too, and then looked at porn, that night. So the other times were at work. Yeah, sorry, God.
I went into the human resources office because they wrote me up for it the following week, and I was like, fuck it, I'm a jack off here. Luckily, I didn't get caught, but those sins are equal too, so it's all cool. It's all on the same level.
But yeah, I would have to say like the piety or whatnot is very fragile. I know for me, I fell in and out of religion constantly. Like when I was growing up, and even afterwards, like I would go through phases where I'm like, all right, John, you gotta go to church. You gotta get right with Jesus, because that's the only way that you can be right. And then like a week after, I'm like, fuck this shit.
I guess I had just this downward decline, and then it was just like off a cliff. Fuck it.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I decided to start reading the atheism subreddit, and then 2 weeks later, I was an atheist. It was basically one of those deconversions where it happened slowly, and I didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah.
But I hated church, dude. Fuck that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, for me, I was already analytical, and it's just kind of like as soon as I started applying that to like religion. And actually, because like I didn't really consider religion before. I just knew like every bit of me was like, I know that I have to be Christian, or I know that I have to like pray to Jesus and everything like that. Like that's kind of what I'd been taught. And then once it was like, oh, I cannot be religious, and that's completely fine. As soon as that happened, I was just like, fuck it. What?
Oh, my bad. That's exactly where I was. I was already skeptical of everything else supernatural. Oh, a black cat crossed my path and that causes me bad luck? You're fucking stupid! You believe in astrology? You're a fucking retard! Oh, Jesus exists? Yep! And then I realized how hypocritical that was.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what else he's got.
And I recall this line in chapter 1, verse 15 of 1 Timothy. That's
Okay.
1 Timothy, verse 15. This is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptation, that Christ Jesus came into the world to save sinners, of whom I am chief. So basically the writer is like, I am the best sinner. I've got the best sins, people. They're great. They're huge.
They're
huge. All these other sins, they're pathetic.
Yeah, they got nothing on me. These other sins. I mean, I've got the pee sin where I got hookers to pee on me. That's the kind of sin that you're working with here. You ain't got shit on me, okay?
You're just grabbing women by the pussy, allegedly or not, still a sin, still equal to murder. It's exactly the same, but I definitely have the best sins, even though they're all equal. I'm still chief, commander-in-chief of sin.
You could say I murdered that pussy if you wanted to. I'm just saying it was huge. And it wasn't from China either.
Or a bitch named China.
down. Don't count on me to live with no sin. Don't count on me
I'm gonna fuck up. Don't expect me not to. I'm just saying.
Definitely. I'm definitely going to go and I'm going to masturbate again because, that's just how shit works. I mean, just because I believe in Jesus doesn't mean I'm not going to masturbate to him. I mean, why else would he look like the cover model on a GQ magazine?
I mean, dude's fucking ripped, man. How are you not going to take the cross into the HR office? Oh, wait, that was the last time. This time, I went to the company president's office because, fuck that guy. But you know what? I also want to fuck Jesus. So, masturbated to him on his desk. But you know what? It's still just as equal as every other thing I did. But Jesus wiped that clean, white as snow, just like the semen that I spilled all over that desk.
Can you imagine, like, Jesus is the answer for everything? It is definitely not the answer when your boss is yelling at you, "Why'd you do that?" after you came all over his desk. Why'd you do that? Jesus. What the fuck? No, get the fuck out of here, you nasty son of a bitch.
I thought it was Windex. I'm sorry. I'm forgiven! Yeah! Oh, sorry, he broke it down. Fuck.
This is a little confusing, but like at least the way they sing it. Like I get that the "Don't Count on Me" is supposed to be like background singers or what the fuck ever. And then his actual sentence is, "But the point you're missing is I'm forgiven." Like, but
I know exactly what he's going for. If you want my 2 cents.
Oh no, well, yeah. I mean, this is kind of your You do it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I had to check what box I was in real quick, but yeah, basically he is saying, don't count on me to not fuck up because I'm gonna do it, but I am forgiven. So actually, I don't really see how that matters within that exact context because it means I'm white as snow, but like I'm just gonna keep sinning, but I guess I'm gonna keep asking for forgiveness too. One real quick, what happens if you're a Christian and you sin? And you have this usual cycle of asking for forgiveness after you realized you sinned. But what if you die in the middle of the cycle? What if you masturbate and then get hit by a Mack truck? But you were going to ask later, but Mack truck. So are you fucked?
Well, okay, what you do is you get up to heaven and Jesus is going to judge you. It's like, you were sucking my dick for like 47 years there. But I got to tell you, after you did some shit, you didn't suck it again. So we're going to have to, boom, and then the trap door falls out, and you're like, "Burn in hell, motherfucker!" And, that's Jesus looking down on you as you're burning forever.
And he has to do this whole thing, too, when he sends you, like, "Yeah, boy." Burn in hell, bitch!
Get fucked.
And it never gets old to him, either. That's the real treasure.
Whoa, what?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I think I've monopolized this entire video, so you go ahead.
I think we share the load, but we're okay. I love the pun. We're nailed without Christ. Get it? Nails, cross, Jesus. You get it? But still, yeah, we're totally fucked without Christ. That would have been a better line, maybe from a more edgy Christian perspective. Yeah, dude, we're totally fucked if we don't accept Jesus, dude. But yeah, act fast. Like right now, remember that offer from earlier? Do it now, and he will not get upset about anything. But he's already upset now because you haven't acted. So he's already mad at you. He's like, "I'm just waiting to put this motherfucker in hell. I'm just waiting. I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a Mack truck would come get a motherfucker and throw his ass in hell." But no, these lyrics are incorrect structurally. He's already upset, but if you act, then his upsetness, whatever, it's gone.
Well, what I don't get here is that he says act fast and he won't get upset about nothing. But it's pretty obvious that there are multiple things that makes Jesus cry. One thing would be, of course, lying, any kind of lie, being a homosexual. I mean, there's just a lot of things that upset Jesus that might make him flip that switch to hell. So I don't see the truth in this particular line. Like I get, and we're nailed without Christ. I mean, nobody wants to get nailed without sucking a little dick first.
Yeah, the whole wine and dine thing includes a little bit of slurping action. It's standard procedure.
Exactly.
Shit about nothing.
The fuck does Jimmy Buffett have to do with anything? Is this a Margaritaville reference?
I don't know. Like, you can't blame anybody. Ask Jimmy Buffett. Like, what is like? Does Jimmy Buffett not blame anybody ever?
I feel like that is something from Margaritaville, the song, and I just can't form the connection fully because I don't remember all the lyrics to Margaritaville aside from wasting away here in Margaritaville. But anyways, Waldorf the Muppet. That's how I feel about this music. I'm that guy.
Wait, Waldorf and the Muppet? What did you say those were? I'm guessing the Muppet are like the Sesame Street Muppets?
Oh, there's these two guys that they sit in a theater booth high above things and complain about it to each other, and they're these two old guys. And basically, he's saying that, oh, you can look at him and make fun of him for being a Christian, and that's fine. This is another thing Christians like to say. I have decided to follow Jesus, though none go with me, though I'll still follow. They act like they're the only fucking person. They're like, you know what? I'm going to follow Christ. You all can be haters. You know, haters going to hate. Whatever, bitch. I'm following Jesus. Bye.
Anybody have Jimmy Buffett if you take no blame? In the devil's own blood.
That sounded censored. If you take no blame, I guess if you don't accept the fact that you've sinned, the devil's gonna get you. Even though the devil isn't the one that punishes you, he gets punished alongside you, and Christians falsely attribute him to being the ruler of hell. That's not true at all, you stupid shit.
Hey, you think the 10 most wanted list on the Devil's Own Book, do you think that kind of works like Facebook friend suggestions? It's like 10 most wanted, you're at the top, but then like all your friends are right there too. So it's like, oh shit, I better friend request them, tell them about Jesus.
Oh, I've got one better for you. It's like the MySpace top 8. Basically, you are in Satan's top 8, and you're going to argue with his girlfriend to see who gets the top spot.
Bitch, I suck better than you. I don't know who the fuck you doing.
Hell, know who the fuck you think you is, bitch. Bye.
Song number 43 is important because it says we're all sinners and nothing more sin.
What?
Psalm 14:3, they are all gone aside, they are all together become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Yep, that's been referenced before. That's the song's named Psalm 41, or Psalm 14, which is a play on Psalm 41, and they call it PSUM, you know, because Psalms, puns.
14:3 is important because it says we're all sinners, adding up more sins. No, like that's not what Psalm 14:3 exactly. I mean, it says that, but I mean, it does. Like, that's not the entire thing of like that's like 14:3a part 1. Like the rest of it is that you know people that don't believe in God don't do any good. Right?
Yeah, it's literally just the first part. It's like everybody sins. It's like everybody poops, but we also sin.
Everybody poops sin. Oh wait, I mean everybody sins and everybody poops. Sorry, I put those two together. My bad.
Hashtag all poop is sin. It sounds like he's saying fuck sin like repeatedly. Just because of the quality of the recording. Fuck sin, fuck sin. That would be awesome.
I thought it was saying abortion. Like, yeah,
it did
I'll
in the
abort
real
Jesus.
Song.
Huh?
It did say so in the real song. My mom should have had an abortion. Like, so fucking edgy, dude.
I don't want to praise my crimes because I know that would be impropriety. I'm just a ball of slime. Come and get forgiven just like you forgave me. Act now.
Except Jesus. Do it today. Just pray with me. Lord Jesus, no. I was doing my minister impression.
So yeah, so sorry, I'm just mesmerized by this shitty ending that we're leading into.
Yeah, it's easy to fall into it because the music's good, just not the lyrics.
Yeah. Drop mic, get fucked, everybody.
Hymnal drop, bitch. Edit that. But god damn, that sucks. Like most apologetic songs.
Oh man, well, it was awesome being able to go through this with you there, Hymnalysis. I can't wait to do this again. I know that there's like a full list of these motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, go on the discography for apologetics on Wikipedia. If you feel like killing yourself and you need fuel for the motivation to do so, then go there and like look at all the songs they read, because there's so many of them. I mean, Freebird, any Foo Fighters song. I mean, they've done everything, and it will fuck with your childhood a little bit. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's been awesome, dude. Like, I love doing these. We need to do more in the future. I think I might make the apologetics thing an exclusive with having you on the show.
That would be awesome. I like going through. I like laughing at these stupid ass lyrics and analyzing them. It's pretty cool.
All right, yeah, and if you're not already subscribed to Hymnalysis, you should fix that mistake. Do it right now. And if you are, then spread the word, because this is awesome. And I also do the old hymns out of this book. Like, let's see, which ones have I done? Our God is an Awesome God. Yeah, that's definitely in there. But yeah, click subscribe. And of course, if you're not subscribed to Godless Engineer, go do that, because you're making a mistake there too. And spread that around. And as always, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah, don't forget, guys, stand up, use your voice, just like we are right here. See you guys later.